Welcome to the Dude Show Podcast, starring Patrick and Chris. News with Bethany Brooke Anderson, and commentary from producer Lewis and Mikey. Clothing is optional for this broadcast, so grab yourself a whatever, sit back, and prepare to eat pie like you're on death row, you son of a bitch! And without further ado, let's fire this motherfucker up!
Yeah! Oh, good to be here.
Yeah.
Really good to be here. Mikey, how are you, pal?
I'm hanging in.
Oh, it's pretty positive sounding right there, Mike. I'm not used to that. Good. I'm happy about it, though. Chrissy, how are you?
This week I'm not salty. I'm sweet.
Wow.
Yes, you are, sir. Bethany, you are looking amazing tonight.
Thanks.
I mean...
Okay.
All right. We also have D-Rock and Lewis, the producer, in studio. So
Wow.
we're all here tonight.
Wow. Full house.
Full house. Full house. Look, guys, as you know, this is a comedy podcast.
Really?
Well, some people would argue about that. I've gotten some emails, mean-spirited
Three
haters
emails.
that claim it's not a comedy podcast.
The haters.
But I don't really care what they think.
Yeah.
Regardless,
F those haters.
it is a comedy podcast, but I'm going to be serious right now.
Oh, no.
Well,
Oh.
this is what happens when I talk to my mother.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
As you know, I often like to shit on my family, but they deserve it.
Literally? No.
I don't
They
know.
deserve it.
I don't know if they do, but, shit on.
When I talk to my mother, it always reminds me that, well, family can really impact you substantially on your view of the world, how you value yourself, more specifically, though, your potential in life, how you view your potential. This is where I'm going with this. When I talk to my mother, I often like to inquire about other relatives, a.k.a. losers.
Oh.
And today I said, hey, Mom, how's cousin Chad? He's on the outer fringes of the family. Like, he's not one of these guys that I see every Christmas or something.
So first cousin, second cousin?
Something, I like
yeah.
second.
Okay.
Second. I think I could have sex with him and it's not, like, weird or anything. Like, we wouldn't have a retarded
You could get married?
baby.
You could
Thought
get
about
married
it.
without a blood test? You're not that close a kid?
Yeah, that's fine.
I think so.
Okay.
So I said, how's Chad doing? And my mom said, he's doing great. I said, well, good to hear. Do tell what's going on with his life. Well, he came over last Sunday for dinner. He brought the baby. I said, baby?
Oh.
He's got a baby, huh? Well, that's good to hear. Well, the baby. And did he bring over his wife? Well, no. He's not married. No, it's just a baby with, with a girl, his girlfriend. I go, oh, okay. Well, so she came over. Was she a nice gal when you got to meet her? And she goes, well, she's in rehab right now.
Oh.
She's in rehab. I go, oh, wow. I go, well, Chad's, 28? I go, that's probably a little hard with him, having a baby all to himself. Oh, well, no, he doesn't actually have possession of the baby. That's her parents that take care of it. He visits the baby on weekends, and that's why he's over here this Sunday. Oh, well, okay, well, that's cool. So, so what's Chad up to now? He's, what line of work is he in? Well, he works at a junkyard, and he's living with his mother.
Recycling.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chad.
Oh.
It's okay.
Well, hey, by the way, Mom, while I'm asking, Chad has a sister, right? I have another cousin, cousin Cara, right? How's she doing? Well, she's doing pretty good. Oh, really? Well, what is she up to? Well, she's living with Chad with their mother. And I'm like, how old is she? Oh, she's 30. Mom, that's the exact opposite of doing great. That's doing bad.
So you're saying your mother's got like a really low bar of doing good
Yeah.
when it comes to everybody but you?
Not impressed.
Chris, here's how my family is.
Okay.
There is no positive praise for doing good
We-
things in my
we
family, as
know.
I've
No.
pitched about on
We
this
know.
podcast several times.
Once. Yeah.
But on the other side of the coin, there's really not a lot of judgment when you get arrested for selling crack. All right? So you
Wait, that's happened.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. Yeah. So there's not a lot of judgment there. But I'll say this about my family. The bar is set really low, and that's where they like to keep it. Okay?
Yeah.
It's like a mediocrity is the level we like.
The middle.
Who needs disappointment, really? Just set the bar low.
Well, growing up, the phrase "shoot for the stars" was not not something common.
Your mom never said, Patrick, you could be anything you want
You
to be.
can do it, son.
It was never uttered.
Oh.
And most of my family is like this. Actually, all of them except for me. Now, you may be asking, how did I somehow overcome this loserdom, or what I would call a mediocrity infection?
You were the shiny star.
Well, no. This is what happened. I wasn't always successful as I am right now.
You know,
it is.
I've heard. You know what? The word on the
There it
street.
is.
I don't know. There's been some whispers that evidently
I heard it shouting from the mountains.
you're a pretty big deal.
Well, Chris,
you know,
I'm glad you said it, not me.
yeah,
'Cause
you know,
Yeah.
I'm just parroting what I
Look
heard on
at-
the
he's
street.
blushing. He's
Look,
blushing. He
I've
hates
gotten
it.
on in my years, and as I get on in my years, I realize that actually the first half of my life was spent really thinking I was worthless. Now, look,
Wow.
my family is not bad people. They're good people. I mean, well, a couple of them are. The rest of them are pretty horrible, but a couple of them are pretty good. And so it's really not their fault because they were kind of brought up in this. And
Right.
what I've come to realize is that they don't like people to succeed because that would make them not feel too good about themselves.
Well, yeah.
So having other people around you that are kind of doing, John's he's a supervisor at the fork making factory.
Totally.
We like that much better than someone saying, there's no lawyers in my family. There's no doctors. Except for me, there's no entrepreneurs.
Well,
So, and I think they like to keep it that way. That's why there's no judgment.
well, I have a take on this, Patrick.
Please.
If you'd like to hear it.
I would.
Of course
I think
we do.
I think what it is that it goes back to the East Coast thing. Nobody wants to see you get that high. If you get too high, they're there to knock you down. And nobody wants to see you get too low because then they pick you up. So they're like, what you're saying is absolutely true. They like you in the middle, makes people feel comfortable. Nobody's overachieving, nobody's underachieving. But I think it's, you don't want to get too big for your britches, but you also don't want to be so low that you can't get back up. And people are much more comfortable with people that are low than high.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot where I'm from as well. Probably, in deeper parts of where I'm from. But I think that, totally, this generations after generations, it's almost like a curse. There's been like documentaries about like you come from this place and you try to escape and there's like this magnetic pull to places, certain small towns and stuff like that. But then I also think that people in LA, we kind of think that we've like arrived and that they're live, that they're not doing something as special as we are, when I think everyone just has their own little,
Well, I like to think of it, some of these
journey.
people, although most of the people that come here are a bunch of fucking assholes,
Right.
I like to think they thought of it that they were escaping something.
Oh yeah, we all have.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Run.
Get me paid, bitch.
We're all the black sheeps, yeah, that had to like rise above.
Look, here's where all right, so when I was talking to Mom and she told me about my cousin Chad, I said, well, next time you see Chad, Mom, I want to give you some advice. I want you to ask him why he's not stepping up to his responsibilities.
Yeah.
And why he's 28. An able-bodied young man should be shooting for more than where he is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, why don't you shame him a little bit at the dinner table next time?
In front of most of your family. Over
Yes.
turkey.
At a holiday dinner, preferably.
Preferably
Yeah.
after you've had a couple drinks.
Well, why tell him what he's doing is okay? Why not let him know that what he's doing is kind of fucked up? And
Are they really close? Does she feel like it's her business?
well, Bethany, it's
'Cause I
my
don't know
family,
if
so there's no one that's really close.
But I don't want some random aunt like calling me and being like, "You're selling your soul out there," and like she has to. Maybe it's not her business. Maybe he's like doing his thing.
Okay, look, I would give the speech of, hey, Chad, let's talk about potential here. You're a young guy. You got a lot of life to be living here. You're pretty smart. I don't know if he is. I mean, maybe he is. But I'd tell him that anyway, just try and be positive. And I'd say, shoot for the stars, kid. Like, grab that kid, go back to school, and then figure out a career, get something. And I'd also go, hey, look, if you were 82 years old and you said to me, I want to be in a boy band, I'd say, why don't you let that dream go?
Dream killer.
If you were blind and you said, I want to be the best NASCAR driver on the planet, I'd say,
not good.
no bueno. Why don't you let that one, that one
Slide.
go? But if you were the blind man and you said, I'd like to own a NASCAR company, I'd say, that one's right up your alley. Why don't you start chipping away at that?
Are
So-
you saying we should be NASCAR drivers?
No, what I'm saying is that why don't you start dreaming bigger?
Right.
And my family, by just accepting the mediocrity,
But-
is holding people back.
Luckily, your girlfriend has not gotten pregnant, and you're not having to live back with your mom. You never know.
That's not luck. You
don't-
make choices. in
That's true. God forbid.
Okay, you're that kind of
None
talk
of us
keeps
have had a-
people.
none
That
of us
kind
have had
you
a
should. Are you a
scare.
member of my family? Because that kind of loser talk helps people
No.
stay exactly where they
loser.
are.
Oh, we're fighting tonight. I like
No,
that.
we're not fighting. I'm just saying that we need to start judging people. We need to start shaming them. We need to start.
Yeah, shame has always gotten
Seamus.
people
Well, a
so
little
far.
shame with some kind of positive.
No, love. Like, you can talk to your family if you're close, but I don't think you just go up to random people in your family and shame them.
Well, not random. They're not random if they're in your family, are they, Bethany?
Well, I don't know. I got some pretty randoms.
I would say to cousin Chad, find a career. You use every weekend that you have to start chipping away at some goal.
Yeah, I think that's an inspiring thing to
Put
say.
down the fucking PlayStation 3 or whatever they got now, those wacky kids, and start focusing on something and start chipping away. Do you disagree?
He's serious about it. I
He is
agree.
serious about it.
I am.
Well, he's 28. That's young in today's age.
Yeah.
He's got a little. I mean, he's got a lot of factors that he needs to step his game up on. I don't know cousin
We
Chad.
have
I'm not
sympathy
judging
for
him.
Chad.
You
Poor
know,
Chad.
I'm
Poor
an
Chad.
enabler. But he might want to start thinking about the bigger picture.
Yeah, he may want to.
I
You
think
know?
so. I think so.
But it's
Better
none of
hope,
my,
or if
none of
not,
my
if he
GD.
listens, he's thinking about stabbing you.
Yeah,
Well,
right?
my stepdad said I listened to a couple of the podcasts, and I hope to God your mother never hears these. And I said, I hope she listens.
Yeah,
I don't
you,
have a problem.
you don't
with it.
have a problem with any of it.
No. I would use this as a educational tool for any family members on trying to better their
You
lives.
are the next Dr. Phil, my friend.
Dressing down the family.
Well, that's how I feel about it.
Dressing down for the holidays.
So, Bethany, how would you handle loser Chad? I'm sorry, did I say that?
How would I handle loser?
Yeah,
well,
what would you
I
tell
just-
him to try and
I mind
better his
my
life?
own business, really. Or you know me, I like to give like inspiring little speeches, but even that's too far sometimes. I think you should just mind your own business.
Yeah, let the cycle continue.
Are you going to stop the cycle of his life? Maybe not.
Well, in my lifetime, I'd like to see some people with the last name Hickey achieve a doctor in front of their name.
No, I think that encouraging your family and being close to them, having a relationship with them, might help more than calling them without a relationship and shaming them.
Well, we all work differently, don't we?
That's true.
Well,
We're so
Chris, do you have any
serious.
doctors or lawyers in the McRitchie tribe?
No, close. A bunch of nurses. There's a
I
lot.
got a
There's
dentist.
a lot of professionals, but no, a lot of people with college degrees that don't use them.
I don't even think I had that many college degrees.
I mean, I'm the opposite of you, Pat. I mean, I was told as a child that there was nothing I couldn't do. So I am just a big giant pool of unrealized potential. I see. It was the other way. There was so much pressure on me that I'm just like I could never live up to it. So I retreated in a lot of areas.
I had that experience as well.
Oh, so that's where you guys are coming from. I didn't
Yeah.
see that side. See,
Yeah.
I got none of that. You know what my grandmother told me when I was 8? There's a factory down the street.
That's funny.
That's where you're going to be working.
No.
Yeah.
They make Twinkies.
Yeah. By the way, Grammy
They do?
that Grammy she eats her own poop now.
She does not.
Yeah, in
Stop
her
it.
home.
Stop it.
And she steals dolls from old bags in the senior assisted. She's got Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Stop.
Last time I was in there, she said I was hot.
Hey now.
Yeah. Hey, Mikey, you want to weigh in on this? You got any family members that are doctors?
Nope.
What do they think of you?
Yeah, tell us.
You're making them giggle.
I'm kick-ass.
You're
yeah,
Ba-
he can,
well,
he
I
can do
mean,
no wrong.
from-
He gets pizzas in the mail from them. They love him.
I don't want to speak for everybody at the table, but I think for most of us, I mean, there's some of us that are, college graduates. I'm not in that pool. I have a little bit of college, but just moving to most people at this table, just moving out of your hometown and the fact that you've been able to make a life and live in Los Angeles is a degree of success to itself.
Oh, totally.
That you got out of whatever small town you were from, you didn't stick around and do whatever, and you've managed to maintain yourself thousands of miles away.
To make money doing what you like doing. I think.
Yeah, or just to make money in general.
Survive.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I went back home. I met a lot of people that I graduated with, and I was pretty popular in high school.
Oh, really?
Oh.
And
You were a
those
pretty big deal?
even back then, Chris.
Wow.
And they were pretty beat up. little beat down. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I had a guy pull me aside at a little high school outing that we went out to, like a reunion of sorts, and he was there with the wife. She was pretty chubby. Like, I mean, she'd be an LA
She
one.
probably loved him.
Oh, yeah, and he loved her, too, in front of her face. And then he pulled me aside at the bar and said, oh, my fucking God, man. You're my fucking idol. I can't believe you got the fuck out of this town. I'm fucking miserable.
Aw.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Poor guy.
poor guy. I mean,
I've seen some pictures. I've seen some pictures of
It's
like a
bad.
random like high school like impromptu reunion, and I was like, oh Jesus!
what's the
Yeah.
average weight?
God,
you think
no,
at one of
I don't
those?
know. I wouldn't venture a
Two.
guess.
For the women.
2.
180 pounds?
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
150. Maybe 150.
You guys have lived out here too long.
Mikey, well, like, Mike, come on.
I have. Yeah.
You're a guy, so you're
I
allowed
don't,
to
I don't
be a
give
little...
people credit for moving somewhere.
You haven't been here long enough, buddy. Trust me.
No,
Hey, you moved. Congratulations. If you're not doing something, like, I don't care.
We're all doing
moved.
something. But
Well,
Yeah,
Mike,
I'm
yeah.
not going to credit someone just for
No,
moving
I
from
agree,
their
Mikey.
hometown.
That's
Big deal.
that's not what I said.
Mikey, do you know how
20 people
much
at
this
home living their
apartment
life.
cost me?
That's right.
right?
Do you know how much this mansion I live in?
No, but I
cost
agree
me
with
a month?
Mikey. There's people that stayed home in my town that are doing what they love to do and are totally fucking happy with
Yeah.
all of their friends. And sometimes I'm like, I'm so lonely. And they're like, have all these wonderful, long lasting relationships and friends. And I envy them as well. I mean, I think they envy my life and I envy theirs to a degree.
Well,
we just
I-
chose a different way. If they're doing what they like to do, that's success. You don't have to get out.
Well, I kind of agree with both of you guys.
I don't know. I had to get out.
Well, as always, we talk about this stuff, and I bring it to the team to make me feel better, and I always feel worse.
I'm
after
exhausted
talking to you
after
guys.
that one. So tiring.
Well,
Glad I could help.
Look, as I always like to go to, playing a game makes me feel a little better.
Cheers you up.
Well, yeah, it kind of does.
I need an upper.
Kind of does. And we're going to play one of our newer games, but also one of my favorites. Mikey, hit it.
How do you spin it?
So your dick's in a mouth and your wife walks in. Can't tell the truth, there's no way to win. How do you spin it? How do you spin it? How do you spin it? So you say you're not gay, but some dude is balls deep. Your mom walks in, and that shit, it ain't cheap. How do you spin it? How do you spin it? How do you spin it?
Ask him out.
It's not what it seems.
Who, me?
It's not what it seems.
Oh, Dad.
It's the game that's taken the nation by storm.
We're going.
All right. Okay, so this is how we play the game. It's called How Do You Spin It? Now, what this game's about is lying. Okay? Spinning's a nice word for lying.
Yeah.
And the last time we played this game, Bethany and McRitchie, I have to tell you, you scared me a little bit.
We were good.
Because you're both, Bethany, I wouldn't date you. I
No.
wouldn't let you date anybody I know.
Oh.
Because you're a pretty good liar.
I am amazing.
Chris, you are a close friend, but I'm starting to question things that you've told me because you are pretty good liars yourself.
I'm just quick on my feet. I'm actually, like, if you were looking at me, I'm a terrible liar.
Well, I was looking at you last week while you were looking me in the eye and you were telling me why you would have sex with a Cambodian boy and why that you were, if you
I have no recollection of that.
Okay,
So
fine.
let's
But
go on. Yeah.
okay, well, let's move on. So, listening audience, this is how the game works. I am going to pick one of the contestants, either Bethany or McRitchie, and I am going to hit them with a scenario, which is not a pleasant scenario. Okay, it'd be a situation where a lot of us would feel, I guess, caught in the act. And so it's up to these two contestants to do their best job at spinning it to get themselves out of it, either from an arrest or a breakup or something. So, and we will start with someone, and then there's an opportunity for the other person to then try and outdo the other person. Okay, simple enough. Now, we have Lewis and D-Rock here to officiate the rules.
Oh, they're judging.
Well, they're going to help.
win again.
Well,
Now I'm not going to.
I don't know
'cause
about that,
said it.
Bethany.
I just cursed it.
I mean, just because Lewis is here doesn't mean you're going to win.
Maybe.
Okay?
You never know.
All right, so I'm going to leave it up to you two, the two best liars I know,
Hell, you say.
to tell which guy, who wants to go first? Bethany, McRitchie, who wants to go
I
first?
want to go. I mean,
There you
me,
go. I
me.
pointed at you, but you took the bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Bethany. Well,
Who's on my team tonight? It's Bethany.
Yeah.
here we go. All right, enough filibustering,
Oh, I
Chris.
like that. We're
Well, let's
friends.
play the game, all right? Stop trying to...
Okay.
All right, here you go. Bethany. You are in the cab of a pickup truck. Pickup truck.
Pickup. Is it old, new?
It doesn't matter.
Can I pretend
all
it's
right?
a vintage,
All right?
vintage pickup?
Don't try and
Okay,
maneuver yourself in a better place.
I'm putting myself in there.
You are in the driver's seat of a pickup truck.
Right.
The engine's roaring. Now, attached to the trailer hitch is a 89-year-old elderly woman. Okay, she's got her hands tied to the trailer hitch.
No.
Her feet are tied to a trailer hitch of a pickup truck that's next to that pickup truck.
Wait.
Okay, did you ever see the movie The Hitcher?
No.
Okay, an elderly woman is trapped between two pickups that are going to go in different directions and rip her apart.
We're gonna rip her
apart. Well, we're not saying that that's what's going to happen, but that's if you were to come upon that scene
You would think.
and see it, you may, and you're revving the engine. Okay. And then a policeman walks up to you as you are revving the engine to, well, looks like you're going to rip an 89-year-old elderly woman apart in half. Please, are you up for the challenge to spin this, Bethany?
Officer, I found my grandmother here. Oh, God. And someone had tied her up to this truck that's in the back here. Look. We've been trying to work off this rope here, and it's just got a little bit of fringe left. I was going to pull her. I don't have any scissors, sir. I don't carry a knife. Look at me. I don't have a knife. So I just started pulling, wanted to just pull her off of my car, maybe. And then it would bust the confines off of her wrist, and she'd be free, officer. And I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
It's pretty good. I like that, especially the crying.
Yeah.
That helped.
Yeah, I mean, that's really
cheap.
Old Blondie over here.
Okay, all right.
I love that
All right.
one.
I like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't really explain.
I mean, no.
I mean, still.
I'd probably have to blow him or something.
I might still have some questions. Chris, would you like to jump in for a steal here? Play the Jeopardy music. Will you,
Sure.
Mikey?
So, is the other truck running?
Oh, yeah.
The other truck is running.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So the officer comes up to me,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, Jesus, officer, thank God you're here. I was walking down the street. I was on my way to the 7-Eleven to get some lemonade because it was a really hot day, and, I really enjoy some lemonade. And I saw this poor woman tied to the truck, and I jumped in, and the reason it's revving so much is that it would not turn over. I tried 4 times. On the 5th, I actually got it to turn over. So I was making sure that the engine kept running, so when I put it in reverse to set her free, everything was good to go.
I see. You were going to release the tension.
Yes, I was going to release the tension.
Oh.
Yes. I jumped in and started the truck, basically. The other truck was pulling her away, and the truck that I jumped in was not started.
Well, I've evaluated both your answers, but it's not up to me. We have D-Rock and Lewis in studio. Guys, would you like to talk to each other, or do you have who spun it a little bit better? Who spun that lie a little better? D-Rock, please weigh in on the microphone, please.
For me, the most realistic one I thought was Chris.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, now D-Rock, why? Why do you think that?
It just, I understand girls crying to a cop, might sway them in almost every part of their lives because, at least if they have penises or, they like girls, whatever. But Chris's, to me, was just a little more realistic as like an actual story where he's walking by and just happened to be a grandmother tied to a couple of trucks. And, that just seems like something that somebody would do.
All right, Lewis, you...
Well, Bethany's story was very convincing. I would have to say that
I'm losing. Totally losing this round.
there was a lot of details, a lot of extraneous details, which would lend me to think
lying?
that she would be lying.
Oh, he would know.
quite a bit. I have to say, McRitchie was short, sweet. He knew he had a plan. He knew about the engine. He was going to release the tension, and that was the end of it. No,
like I said, I'm not a good liar.
Not
I'm quick on my
apologizing. He was
feet.
just like, hey, I was a hero, and
Thank
fuck-
God you're here.
fuck you if you don't
To
believe
be
me.
honest with you, I was going to be the tiebreaker if you guys split. What really got me with Chris's answer was the idea that he was going to pull the car in reverse to
Yeah.
release the tension. Okay, that would be the only reason
fair.
you'd be in the cap.
It's fair. It was better.
All right, but he did have a little more time to think about it than you.
That's
I did.
way true.
So, but that's going to be a little
So I
different.
went right to the
All right,
crying.
so
Well, that's why Chris gets to go first next.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
That's
right.
right. So, audience, Chris 1, Bethany 0.
It's all right. It's okay. I feel okay about it.
Chris, are you ready to spin it?
Bring it.
All right. Round 2.
Round 2.
Round 2. There we
Dose.
go. All right, Chris, here we go. You were out in a field, and there's a 19-year-old naked Cambodian boy. Tied down to a medieval catapult. He's in it, like in the bucket. About to be shot, skyrocketed.
Right.
He's naked. Your hand's on the trigger. That's what's going to hurl that naked boy into a pot of fire on the other end of the field. While your hand's on there, your spouse walks up and asks you what you're doing.
Your spouse.
My spouse.
Your
All right.
spouse.
Chris, are you prepared to spin it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
please,
I
please
am.
do.
I mean,
Please
this sounds like some Hunger Games shit or something.
Oh, okay.
So I'm out in a field, and my spouse walks upon me as I've got my hand on the trigger to release the naked Cambodian boy.
In a medieval catapult.
Yeah, medieval. Yeah,
Into a ball of fire.
A medieval catapult.
A trebuchet, if you will.
Yes, whatever producer Lewis just said. I don't think it's that tough to spin. Is the field near a house? Would it be near my home?
Chris,
could I have heard screaming?
Hold on.
It's actually
Chris,
been in
don't
this
be
situation
evaluating
before.
the level of difficulty on this. You just go for your answer. Quit filibustering because I know that's what you're doing.
Okay, but there's a couple of factors.
We need an answer.
Am I naked? Like, do I
I'm
really have to
I'm
spin
gonna have
it?
to steal.
Chris.
I'm gonna have to steal.
You have Bethany can
I
steal
got
this.
5 seconds. You know you're not stealing shit.
Okay.
Hey,
Chris, please start
hey,
talking.
Hey, honey, I was at home and I was out in the backyard. I was getting wood for the fire because it was a little chilly tonight, and I heard these foreign wails coming from the field, and I'm like, oh shit, what the hell? Is there like a deer dying out there? Like, what is it? Yeah. So I walk up. Well, what do I see? This goddamn naked Cambodian boy strapped to a medieval catapult, and I'm like, I gotta let this guy go. There's a cauldron of fire on the other side. Like somebody really thought this out ahead of time. So I wasn't gonna shoot him over to that thing. I was trying to release him, but I couldn't understand that he was shrieking and screaming because he couldn't understand me and I couldn't understand him, and he didn't know I was trying to save him. So,
Chris, your excuses are a broken record.
I'm a hero.
No, but I'm not the judge.
okay,
Are you done with your answer?
yeah, I'm done.
Bethany,
Okay.
please.
I'm done.
Honey, oh no, you ruined the surprise. This is my trainer. This is Alfonso, and he is a stunt extraordinaire, if you will. And I have been, God, I'm so embarrassed. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to show you any of this. This is a routine that I've been working on with this guy. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to fling him into the air, okay? And then he is going to then grab my hands in midair, take me with him. Together we will do somersaults. It's not ready, honey. I have to train a little bit longer. I'm so embarrassed.
Oh God, you're good.
I'm mad at her.
Look,
right
I'm not
now.
a judge right now, but I gotta tell you,
I don't know.
I like that angle.
It's damn good.
You played
I'm
a
not
lot
gonna
of
lie.
positive with that. Like, hey, good to see you.
I'm so kind of glad you're here. You
Once
ruined
again,
it.
I'll never date you. You're a liar. You are a liar. You looked me in the eyes. You fucking let that bullshit
I know.
fucking flow.
I know.
Scared. Like I never want to trust another woman again. But it doesn't really matter what I think.
No.
That's why we have producer Lewis and D-Rock here, guys. Please, feel free to disagree with me. If I had to choose, I'd say Bethany really took this one by storm and really trounced on McRitchie's
Got into
story.
character.
D-Rock?
I think this is just proof that whoever gets to go second
Wins.
wins.
Oh, come
I
on.
concur.
T-Rock,
Because
there's
so
more to the game.
far-
This game has levels, okay?
Again, producer Lewis here would say that the devil is in the details.
Okay.
There's a lot of details in Bethany's
put-
story.
There is.
Right.
A lot of details.
Now McRitchie's on your
But
side.
no, but listen. There were flaws in the details as far as like you're gonna fling him, and all of a sudden like he's gonna grab you in midair. Like
would question me.
I would question. But the fact that it is a spouse,
Yeah.
and it's a surprise, like, and it's not finished, like, I don't know, like
It's pretty good.
it's pretty good. Chris, I'm sorry. It was a little repetitive, but there's holes in Bethany's story. But I think
You want to believe.
you want to believe.
Yeah.
As a spouse, like you're like, holy shit, I'm an asshole. I can't believe like
Well,
I
I'll
was
just
going to doubt this beautiful thing you're going to do for me, even though you cannot
you know,
about to launch this Cambodian.
I can admit when I'm beaten. I can admit when I've been better.
Chris,
Bethany beat me this round.
Look, you dialed it in. That one.
I've got a formula.
You have me inspired.
I have a formula. You know,
I think it's only fair for the next round we have a coin toss to decide who's going to go first.
Yeah.
Because D-Rock was alleging that the person that goes second could really have some time to
You
really
get to
work
build
on
on
their
it,
story.
yeah.
This wouldn't be a way to like solve the tiebreaker, but what if they were co-conspirators in the next case and they had to work together?
I like it.
All right. Well, how are we going to work that? Let's do tell.
I don't know. I mean, it would end up in a tie because they'd be working together. But
Exactly.
We don't care about that.
Oh, that feels good.
Why don't they feed off of each other? Like one person starts, the other person answers, and
All right.
they're just
Well,
short.
all right. Then I'll take this. Look, I don't write this stuff, but I'm an improv guy. So I'm gonna take this next scenario and I'm gonna mix it up so that you guys can work together in co-conspirators.
Look at you on your feet.
Co-conspirators.
That's what I do. All right, guys. Well, fine. I don't think you're gonna like it, but here we go.
Okay.
Bethany, Chris, in a kind of symbiotic, kind of lying relationship here. Prepare yourselves.
Togetherness.
You're both in a barn. You're laying on some hay on your backs, holding hands as friends.
Oh, yeah. The friends do that.
Well, a male horse is above you, and it looks like some pony paste is being dripped out on both your faces. To add to this, there's a chalk drawing of a satanic pentagram under both of you. You're naked, and you both have knives to your arms. You're trying to draw blood, and while this is doing, a lesbian middle-aged woman who owns that horse walks in and asks, "What's going on?"
Okay.
Please do.
Okay, I have to take this away because I am a very experienced horseman, and the horse penis has to be cleaned. The horse penis has to be cleaned with Vaseline and rubber gloves, and the horse's penis sometimes gets erect during this cleansing process. ma'am.
and that's when I would put my hand on her shoulder and go, Bethany, it's okay. It's time to come clean. Okay.
Okay.
Why are you basically, Bethany and I, while we're naked, we're naked now?
I said that in the scenario.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't realize we were naked. Okay. So we're naked. And this woman's questioning us, and I'll be like, you know, we really want to buy a house, and we don't have the money. But from what we understand, this horse is a sire of Seattle Slew, a Kentucky Derby winner. And so through various channels, we've gotten in touch with this horse, and we might be into a little Satanism. I'm not going to lie. We might be in touch with the Dark Lord.
It helps the process.
Basically, we made a deal that if we manually stimulate this horse and mix it with our blood and take that concoction to a prize filly,
It'll grow fast.
it will grow fast ponies, and we will be guaranteed to win the Triple Crown.
We're nudists,
next year.
ma'am. We're just nudists.
Now, Chris, while this is a convoluted attempt at spinning, I'd still arrest both of you. I'd have you both arrested and instituted.
It's important to clean the penis before you extract the
I think
semen.
she'd let us go.
Bethany,
I think we'd walk away.
well, I think you're both insane, and so does that lesbian that owns the horse owner.
You're the one giving us the pentagram.
Yeah, what's the Satanism about?
Hold on. If this game was easy,
Everybody
anybody would play it.
Right, that's right.
But it's not, and that's why I put it to you two. You're professionals.
This last one in the barn
Pat,
was my favorite.
I have a question for you, Pat.
Yes.
How do you spin it?
Ooh.
How would I spin
yeah, how do you spin it? Flipping the script.
All right, fine. I'm naked because I was raped earlier by a small Cambodian boy.
It was shot out of a catapult.
And that cum that is on my face, that's not pony paste. That was
Cambodian.
there was through this barn. They tied me down, and why the knife is there is I'm holding a knife, brandishing a knife, is because I'm about to kill myself. I have Cambodian cum on my face. A horse's dick left me for dead underneath that horse in the hay. I am not a Satanist. They were. That was going to be a satanic kind of kill.
There you go.
I am so sorry. Call the police, ma'am.
But you asked her to call the police. The point is to not get the police called. I thought that was the whole thing.
No, but on me.
Oh,
That's
man.
how it's done,
You just
motherfuckers.
but you're going to get checked in for at least 72 hours.
That's
on that.
better than 9 years in jail for raping a horse. Can you imagine going to jail for that? That's the worst way to go to jail.
Can they really prove it?
I'd rather rape a Cambodian boy and go to jail for that than a horse. Can you imagine explaining that to my cellmate? He'd be, you know what I mean?
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Louis, how did I go? Who did the best job? Say it.
Well, I have to say, as far as how do you spend tonight, it's a menage a trois. All three of you have got one. All three of you got one.
All right, well,
Wow, we're so good at lying.
well, I'm a pretty good liar.
We know.
Attention, advertisers.
Yeah, that's right.
You too can reach this. You can advertise on this show.
Yeah.
It's prime
If
demographic.
you like liars.
All right. Well, I had fun. Did you guys have fun?
Oh, gosh.
Who do you think did better?
That's tough. That's tough.
Do
Like,
not-
Don't make it. We're on such a good menage a trois. Don't
All
ruin
right.
it.
Fine. All right, Bethany. You know
Just
what?
have love.
Look, a menage a trois is always fun, but I'm kind of a narcissist. I like just doing things on my own, and so do you. So why don't you fucking hit us up with the news? Now it's your time to shine.
It's time for the Dude Show News Show. Prepare to be informed, because our news girl is down for almost anything. Now let's give it over to Bethany.
Yep.
Is that true?
Because
No, it's not.
All
When are you
right.
going to change that?
All right.
Okay. Pig semen.
oh wow!
Wait, just wait.
From horse semen to pig semen. Nice segue.
I didn't realize China and Britain have sealed a deal that would export $73.6 million worth of British pig semen in an effort to satisfy the growing Chinese demand for high-quality pork. Although China consumes more swine and has more pigs than any other nation, the country's stock is poor quality, and they are in desperate need of fitter, healthier hogs. 4 artificial insemination plants are set to start pumping out massive loads of pig semen this year. The agreement, I need like that line. The agreement allows for semen to be sent to China, fresh or frozen.
Well, what? Does it matter if it's frozen or fresh?
No, I just said.
Oh, okay.
You can be either.
All right. Well,
That works, though. You can freeze semen and then unthaw it, and it's still good.
well, I think go ahead, Louis.
it's got to be frozen fresh.
Oh,
Yeah. How do you think people get
freshly frozen.
artificially inseminated years later?
Well, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
I think a good portion of the semen is going to be designated towards some of those Oriental weird little things where they're trying to like make their penis bigger or like make them last longer in bed. They swallow a lot of like things like guys, come on, you know what I'm talking
What?
about. Like the
They swallow a
Asians-
lot of like elixirs and
like Asians will be like
potions.
alligator like dicks. They'll eat those.
They
Ti-
will?
tiger dicks.
To make their
Yeah.
dicks big?
I'm just I'm kind of making it up, but like it's like they do a lot of that stuff, don't they? Those
Yeah,
Asians.
yeah, they do.
As Pat says, the Orientals do.
Asians.
The
yeah.
Oriental.
Or-
I'm pretty sure that's rugs.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is a type of rug.
It's
my
not-
question is this: how do you know a good pig from a bad pig?
Oh,
they
you
all
can
kind of
totally
hang out.
tell.
They hang out in the barnyard. They eat their own shit. Like, what are the pigs not fat enough? Are they not?
Yeah, they're probably
the
not.
bacon's not thick enough. Like what?
There's healthy, athletic, muscular pigs, I think.
Huh.
Then there's really scrawny,
I
sick
don't know.
ones.
I only see the end product. I don't really see many farm animals. So
You guys are obviously not 4-H kids.
no.
Well, it's nice to
yeah,
see
they're-
No, my sister was,
some
but
white
no.
people sending some stuff over to China, and overpaying for it. Like,
Yeah.
those pieces of shit, the toys that they send over here for the kids.
Yeah,
With
take
the
our
lead in 'em.
pig semen. We're white.
Yeah, what does that say about us, though? They, produce the most
Yeah.
amazing things, and we're like, hey, want
We
some
got
semen?
pigs.
Y'all want some semen?
We still got the pure stuff.
We got real fat pigs.
That's right.
By the way, isn't it from Britain?
That's
anyway?
one thing America
It's from
knows.
Britain. It's from
Yeah.
Britain.
Fat
He
pigs.
just
from
claimed it because they're white. So that's kind of our success.
A lot of pigs in Britain, huh?
Yeah,
I would
I
have thought we would have the market on that. Like,
Yeah, you'd think.
or cows.
Well,
I think they're pretty happy over there, those British pigs.
We eat enough of our pigs a lot, I'm sure.
I dated a few.
Oh, hey.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
I think that's time to move on.
What else?
you're right. That was me.
Okay. A woman in North Dakota was arrested after rear-ending a car because later the cops discovered that she had outstanding warrants for narcotics and drug paraphernalia. When she exited the cop car to be booked into the county jail, the officers noticed blood a puddle of blood in their back seat. When they asked her about it, she said she was just on her period. But when she continued to bleed profusely while in the station, she admitted to having stashed a meth pipe, in her female cavity. They retrieved the pipe, and it also came with a capped syringe from Jeanette Smart's vagina. She was sent to the hospital where the rest of the pipe was extracted and then sent directly back to jail.
Totally marriable material.
Yeah, it's a bad night.
All right. Obviously, I assume there's going to be some neck tattoos on this broad, some aggressive piercings.
She's actually.
We have a picture.
I have a picture. Oh my
Let's
god.
see it. Let's see it.
I can honestly say, based on tonight's game of How Do You Spin It, I think I know who the loser is. Not so smart.
I have one question. Was the pipe hot when she inserted it?
Probably.
Well, a lot of dudes, they swallow. All right. I'll say this.
Oh. Boom.
Yeah. All right. So
this is the poster face for meth.
this broad is probably 24. That's her real age, but she looks 38. She's got the freaky dyed hairdresser hair that like dyes it orange and like
it
a bunch of
matches her
different
jumpsuit
colors.
now.
And she's having a bad skin day. This is a really ugly broad.
She was picky.
Yeah.
Really ugly girl. One time I was in jail. And I know it was weird.
That's awful casual.
I can imagine.
So I do a weekend in jail, and there's a guy next to me, and I was the only white guy in the cell. It was like 20 of us in a jail cell, and he goes, "Hey, you." I know he's only asking because he thought I was the smart one. He goes, "How long does it take to pass food through your body?" And I said, "I don't know. I think 24 hours at least for it to go." And he goes, "Good to know. Thank you." So I fall asleep in my little bunk, really a mattress laid on some concrete.
Never sleep in prison.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, were you laying on your back?
My butt was out. It was all
mostly
oiled.
I was in the room with a bunch of fucking
My
guys
pants
got
were at
arrested.
half mast. I had one eye open.
Well, I was mostly in the room with a bunch of guys who got arrested for DUI.
Yeah.
So
No bigs.
it's like 3 a.m. I'm trying to sleep. And I hear this guy. There's a toilet in the middle of the room. If you've ever been in jail.
Yeah, the holding cells are terrible.
The holding cell, yeah. So I hear this guy. He's releasing whatever he's doing it, and he's actually working his hands through his own poop to grab the bag that had passed through his body of pills. And I woke up and I go, "What are you doing over there?" He goes, Hey. He goes, "Thanks, though. You were right."
And he smelled like poop.
By the way, I'm sure this guy's the CEO of like Microsoft right now. I'm sure he's doing
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Check out his feet.
Totally.
All right, next story.
Okay. A Texas law enforcement officer named Frankie Salazar is charged with aggravated assault after a plan to spice up his sex life. It went horribly wrong because him and his friend Jesus hatched a wife swap plan to switch sexual partners months ago. So one evening, Jesus and his wife went over to Frankie's place and they had some drinks. Frankie started kissing Jesus' wife, and the woman did not care for it, so she decided to back out of the plan. But before she could stop it, Frankie's wife walked in and was not pleased. The argument escalated, and Frankie ended up shooting his friend Jesus in the chest. He was suspended from being an officer without pay and is awaiting trial.
Cops?
They were cops.
They're into weird shit.
Yep.
They are.
But then
He
they
wanted
got
a
mad.
threesome.
No, they wanted to switch wives.
Yep. I always thought of like doing a trick where actually I say it's my wife, but it's really some pig that I don't even give a fuck about. I say this is my wife, and then I find a couple that the chick is hot.
Yeah.
And then we swap.
You've planned
And I'm
that.
like, how can you do that to my wife? You're pounding her over there.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, you bastard. And I'm like, I'm treating your wife totally respectfully.
That's right.
While you're fucking doing horrible
You're
things.
fist
to my wife.
deep. Hey, that's my wife.
Yeah, I
Hey.
beat off to that thought a couple times.
A couple times.
Oh, okay.
Well, not
Today.
maybe like 2. An hour ago.
You really like the whole like tricking someone part.
See, but I know where this went wrong. Okay, it's when the chick was kissing Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I was
Jesus.
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 So what happened? And it all comes down to good oral hygiene.
Yes.
I'm betting Jesus could have used a floss,
Yeah.
perhaps a cleaning,
They had planned this.
and like it all would have gone good. Use the floss, Luke. Yeah, exactly. You go to the dentist, Luke. And so when they started, use the floss. When they started making out, she's like, "Oh man, this shit's tart." Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw up in my mouth. I can't do it. If I can't kiss this guy, I'm not gonna be able
He
to fuck
couldn't
him.
seal the deal,
Yeah,
and
no,
then
he
they
couldn't.
got mad.
Got stopped
He
at the
was
gate.
You
"Now
see
I
what
can't-"
happens, kids, when you don't floss?
That's right.
You get shot in the goddamn chest.
I
You
can't
get
tell you.
shot.
I
Go to the
can't-
goddamn dentist.
I can't tell you how many threesomes I've been into.
Floss
Got
is not a
fucking
luxury.
ruined. I knew a swinger couple. I actually did many, many years ago, and the guy was an ex-cop, ironically, and he told me, he goes, I said, so you and your wife swing? And he goes, yeah. And I go, how's that working? He goes, normally we take another couple. He was from New York. He goes, normally we take a couple out to dinner. And I'll tell you what, at dinner I know, if it don't click, we don't fuck.
Wow. I've been asked by like a people that I babysit for. A one couple came home really drunk, and they were wanting to swing me.
But that's
They
not
wanted
a,
to swing
that's not
you.
a swap. That's a
That's just
fuck.
me.
That's a menage a trois.
Hey guys, yeah,
Ah, God.
good times. Okay,
Yeah.
All right.
so in Albuquerque, New Mexico. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, a ballsy thief stole a pastor's church on wheels. It was filled with $40,000 worth of equipment and dozens of donated toys for charity. The truck was filled with 6 microphones and speakers and Bibles, everything used for a Sunday morning service. The van has not been found yet, but its contents were insured. Pastor Bush says he's frustrated at the thief and is considering moving to a new city.
Anyone want to touch this one?
I think he had the stuff stolen so he could collect the insurance money.
Those priests can't
Why-
trust him.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, why did he bring up the insurance?
Yeah.
Why is he like, it's fine, it's insured. I'm going to get out. I'm working on the papers right
Bunch
now,
of fucking
actually.
Bibles and some crappy
this
toys
is
from
my-
Toys R Us. Lewis, what are you going to say?
My first instinct was going back to the movie The Jerk, where those guys strapped up the car to try to keep them from getting away from stealing gas, and they ended up stealing a church. That was my first instinct.
Yeah, you're going to hell either way.
Well, the church kind of deserves it, right?
I probably this
guy's own church.
man that's like rolling around in his van in the neighborhoods, like throwing Bibles in people's front yards, probably setting up church in their front yard, probably, right? Maybe he
Well,
goes
yeah.
down to questionable areas of town,
Yeah, like
but
Robin
maybe
Hood.
but he's just trying to do his thing.
Well,
Poor guy.
I don't know. I'm kind of calling bullshit on this story a little bit because
why call bullshit on the crack
you-
pipe in the vagina?
Well,
story?
as you know, as
For the
a
record.
sometime musician, it's really you can't insure musical equipment, and if he tried to insure microphones or speakers or any of that, he wouldn't get insurance on that.
That's true, Chris.
Bullshit, especially if it was a mobile thing that he was driving around. There's no insurance company that would insure that shit.
Yeah, why it's in
So-
my car in case someone steals my car. I'm going to keep
Exactly.
$40,000.
So I'm calling crap.
All right, well,
calling crap.
you're on record now.
I
Calling
am.
crap on that. All right, one more story, baby. One
Okay.
more.
Do you penis sizes or?
Oh, I look, mine is
Yeah.
very small.
Okay, well, I thought we could just talk. We'll just talk about the top 10 states. Have you guys read this? Penis sizes.
No.
They've
Not,
ranked this.
Enlighten us.
I'll say this. What you're going to say is penis size depending on where you're from.
Yeah, your state.
Your state?
Who, well, not necessarily
Uganda,
where you're from,
number
but
one.
right
Region.
now.
Number
those-
one biggest one.
United States. That's the United States.
Black guys, they have bigger ones.
No.
Well,
It's just by state. So
USA.
I'm going to say New York has bigger ones.
it's 9th, which is not bad. And 50, 9th.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
wait. I thought we were going to go down these.
No, well,
like-
you spoiled
All right,
9th.
all right, fine.
Okay, number 1.
Oh, you gotta go back. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry. Jeez. Okay, 10, South Carolina.
Oh, I knew they had small dicks.
Hillbillies.
No, big dicks. These are big dicks.
Out of all
These
the
are top
states.
No, but
big.
they're number 10.
Yeah, out of 50.
Yeah, at the 50.
Oh, all right.
Well, we gotta know who's.
Well, so it sucks to be 10th in anything. You know what I mean?
We want to go all the way down to 50 now.
No.
We'll do the
We
top.
don't know who's last.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
well,
we should know who.
all right,
Oh,
so
I know
keep
who's
going.
last. Mississippi is last. Dead last. Small
That is a huge surprise.
small PBs. Okay. 9 is New York, like we said.
Okay.
New York City, which I was surprised because I thought, such a melting pot of culture. Maybe there'd be a.
Well, no, but what that does is New Yorkers, if you were born and bred there, you were
You have a
Italian,
pi-
you
you have
probably
big
have a
penis?
you have a fucking one of those big salami daggers.
Alabama is 8th. Which these are all, I feel like it's like hardy men that are like chopping wood. This is what I'm imagining.
Well, that doesn't mean you have a big dick.
Maybe. Okay, Arizona, 7.
Very hot there. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I'm just
heat.
saying.
If
Palm
it's
Springs, they probably have small dicks
Yeah,
there.
yeah, okay. Ohio, which is really
I hate that state.
Very uncomfortable for me. I don't want to think about
Good old
anyone's
cornbread
penis
boys.
in Ohio.
Cornbread
No,
in Ohio.
Football Hall of Fame.
they're kind of.
All right, fine. What else you got?
Massachusetts.
Ah, well, that's where I'm from. Well, I'll just say I have 5
Oh,
and a
that's
half.
5.
My balls are a little longer than my.
Yeah,
my
you've
dick
told
size.
us that. That's really weird.
Well, no, as you said,
You have huge
well,
balls.
That's what I said because you had said, "Wow, that's really sad," and I said, "No, no." You're looking at like glass half full, balls bigger, penis big.
Penis.
So you were looking at glass balls half full, and I was saying, "No, no, no."
Balls half empty.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
But balls half empty is sad.
I'm from Massachusetts. How
do you spin
Okay,
it?
you got a
How do you
huge-
I've
we
been
got
in the country for penis
We got
size.
it. You're number 5. That's
Yeah,
good. That's
all right,
good.
there you go.
Okay, your
Let's-
dick's huge.
all
Washington D.C. Come on, come on.
A lot of black
Bunch of
people live
swinging
there.
That's a lot. You think?
Yeah, a lot of black people live there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But what about South Dakota?
A lot of black people live there.
Yeah. They don't call it-
Rhode
it's-
Island and North Dakota is number 1. So the Dakotas are
Yeah.
both in the top 3.
Yeah, you know why? 'Cause
So
they
I'll
have
be
it-
moving to
They have
Dakota.
Dakota is in the name.
Oh, and Massachusetts.
Yes, yes.
That's why they named it that. Our founding fathers.
Massachusetts.
yes.
Oh, oh, penis size.
Well, guys, well,
Dicks.
let's just go around the room. I'm from Massachusetts. I'm 5th, and I have 5 and a half. So what? I don't.
Now you want everyone else to say
Los
that?
Angeles doesn't hit that, huh?
Oh no,
lot of Asians
Californians like whoa.
A lot of Asians are here. That's why
You
they
think
bring
it's
it
just
down.
about?
They bring it down.
How did they get those results?
They just measured a whole bunch of penises.
Really?
I did the test. No, I'm showing you.
Lewis, where do you hail from, Lewis?
Mama did.
All right, Chris, you're from
Pleading
New
the
York.
I'm from New York.
You're 9th.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I'm all right.
And Mikey, you're from Illinois or something. Okay.
Or
Producer,
something. Who
Producer
knows?
Lewis is also from Illinois.
All right,
oh,
Lewis.
fessing
producer
up.
Lewis.
I'm sure that was
Way to
11th.
play.
All right, baby, let's wrap it up. It's great to talk about dick size. I always enjoy it.
I'm Bethany. That's the news, and I'm not the town whore.
Jesus Christ. Look, she's not the town whore, and I have 5.5 inches. Peeps, look, we are really happy to have you guys. We do this for you. Well, no, I really do it just because we make an excuse to drink with my friends.
Yeah.
But, that's neither here nor there. What we need you to do, though, is we need you to share this with a friend. Otherwise, we can't keep doing this. This costs a lot of money. This operation, as you can hear, with the quality of the podcast
Millions.
we do. Well, it costs a lot of money. Look, we got sound effects. We got producer Lewis and D-Rock, hanging out, adding their 2 cents. Anyway, keep sharing. Keep telling people. We appreciate it. We see you on the next podcast, peeps. See you next time.